You like horror movies and Halloween masks? Consider supporting us by liking our videos, comment, and subscribing. The littlest effort will help us out. Now enjoy the video, boils, ghouls, and the non-boonary. Hello guys, this is Matthew Reed here from Piscoli Productions, and as I mentioned in the last video about the post-Halloween blues, I just really got all sad and I decided to buy a shit ton of Michael Myers masks. Now, what you see right here isn't all of them. After I'm done showing these off, I'll replace them with more I have in my room. But what we're going to do is take a look at all the Michael Myers masks that I own. Now, these range from vintage Don Post, some Cinema Secrets, which I have for sale by the way, some independent copies, Trick or Treat Studios, all of that stuff. We have a good wide variety. Now, I do not own every single Michael Myers mask as represented in the films. Eventually I will, but this is kind of what it looks like right now. So, I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to take the phone off the tripod and I'm going to show you each one. The first mask that we have here is actually a recent purchase. This is the Sinister Studios Obsession mask. Now, when it comes to Halloween 1, I'm very particular with how I want it to look like. I don't just want it to look like a converted Kirk. I want the castle stretch, I want limited skin tones, and that hair needs to be perfect. And this, honestly, obviously everybody loves the nag and whatever the fuck. This is what I really like. The amount of detail put into this, the vintage like kind of Don Post paint job showing through, I think is really cool touch. Really captures that Nick Castle stretch. The hair honestly was pretty perfect when I got it. I just kind of messed with it for a bit. Pretty cool, pretty sick. Then right here we have the Gravesides Productions Halloween 2 mask. If you know the whole story behind the Halloween 1 and 2 masks, it's the same mask, obviously distorted a couple years later due to smoke and sud and blood and whatever. But the Graveside Productions mask, I think it's called the Disruptor 81, maybe. I'll put in links if y'all want them. But I've been on a search for a warlock from Cemetery Gates Productions, who no longer makes it, by the way. But this, honestly, I like this even more. The amount of detail of every single little piece of dirt and dust, even like the parts on the original mask where it started to rot, are represented well, and the hair is really beautiful. Right next to it, we have the Spook House Props H4 mask. I forgot the official name. H4 is another one that's kind of hard to find really good replicas of, but this captures the details perfectly because everybody knows it's still a Kirk mask, but like poorly converted. I'll always be a defender of the Halloween 4 mask, and the movie within itself has those screened out eyes. Even has the neck extension, which is pretty sick. Right next to it, I cannot think of the artist, but this is a blank someone had converted on eBay. This is the Halloween 6 mask. Used to be my favorite Michael Myers mask. It still might be, but I have another one down here that might have changed my mind. But I mean, God, the Halloween 6 design is so cool. It's based off of the Halloween 4 poster mask, but obviously John Carl Buechler? Why am I having trouble pronouncing his name? Rest in peace, man. I'm sorry I'm messing up your name, but he designed the mask with this kind of goblin-esque design. Pretty sick. Over here we have a Morningside Productions or Studios, can't remember which, H2O mask. This is based off of the Stan Winston design. Got this from a guy in Germany. Y'all saw the unboxing video. Not gonna really show it too much in detail because you already seen it. Trick or Treat Studios K&B mask. I trimmed the hair on the back, which I might take some photos, post them online, because I haven't really worn this as a costume. It's a little malformed, but on a person it looks really good. Pretty sick. Honestly, very underrated. I mean, both of these are underrated in terms of the overall franchise, but I really like the K&B design. Sue me. This might be my new favorite Michael Myers. The seller listed it as a Brad Harden Michael Myers Resurrection mask. So another person said it was actually the Brad Lorry sculpt that just got finished by Brad Harden. I don't know for sure.
whatever it is, it's the coolest fucking mask ever. It is super thick. Obviously, some of the paint is very chippy when you get really close up to the detail, but I kind of like it. Kind of has a gravel design. I did fix up the hairline just because I thought it was a little too short. So I gave it that kind of artificial gradient that it has in the movie. Real human hair. This is actually my most recent purchase. And this is one I'm definitely going to throw on for a costume photo and post photos of it on Instagram. And here is this. This used to be a Trick or Treat Studios resurrection mask that I decided to convert as the burn mask for the end of the movie. I was going to do a video showing how I did this, but I mean, very, very difficult process. I basically took the hair off, dumped latex on it, used tissue paper and various layers of paint to achieve the melted design. Pretty fucking cool. I mean, they look awesome side by side. It really does look like it just shrunk and melted from this mask, so pretty sick. See, this is, I would consider like the best ones I own. So, I'm not gonna waste any more time. Put these back on display, and then I'm gonna show you the rest of my collection. All right, for the final round of Michael Myers masks, which is a hassle to grab, by the way, so you better freaking enjoy this. Here we have the Dawn Post 2003 The Mask. This is the exact same one that I owned as a young lad. I did own the 2005/2008 model, but even though this is kind of goofy, this is the higher quality version of that, so obviously straying away from the classic Dawn Post The Mask, but for vintage appeal, it's cool. This is the one I actually have for sale on Facebook right now. This is the Economy Halloween Resurrection Cinema Secrets mask. Supposedly screen used molds, but obviously it's been like bloated and oversimplified. Which, whatever, you know. It's an old mask. I gave it some latex treatment to make it thicker, which you can kind of see around the mouth. Here we have the classic Cinema Secrets Michael Myers mask. I have no idea what the hell they were thinking when they made this. Obviously, I like it for its vintage appeal, but it is a very, very goofy mask. Which is weird, because like sculpturally, it's not the worst. With the right finish, it could look fine, but that hair, I mean, there is no saving it. Speaking of not being able to save, here we have them. Yes, of course, I still have them. The mask that really launched this YouTube channel, that I did that excellent video on, the Elusive Concepts Michael Myers mask, Mr. Blue Lips, Steve Buscemi, Don Knotts, whatever the hell you want to call this. Here he is in all his horrifying glory. Now, if you're not on Facebook and not part of the Trick or Treat Studios group, they could be reproducing this mask. Yes, they have the molds and they're thinking about doing like some sort of limited run as a nice nostalgic throwback to this mask. Now, obviously, this is very important to me because that video has 86,000 views, which thank you all for tuning in for that. But let's move forward. The Dawn Post 2006 Michael Myers mask. Probably one of their finest additions to their lineup. I kind of wish I didn't remove the eyebrows when I got this way back when, but it's still tagged. Still a cool mask. Honestly, as is right there, that could have been a great Michael Myers mask back then. Even with a good finish, it'll look good. An independent copy of the Rob Zombie mask. Obviously very different from the rest of the franchise. This is the first time they ever went in sort of the rotting direction. I did an unboxing of this way back when. This one I don't I don't have on a head, unfortunately, for right now. But is the Trick or Treat Studios Hobo Michael mask. Fix up the hair a bit. This is obviously the version where the stripper ripped off half of the face. I got this messing up my words. I got this pretty cheap on eBay. $30? Toy Slayer. So if you want this one, go check it out. A Swift Creations, the Dream Sequence mask. Obviously from the beginning of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 with the blood splatter. Kind of sitting on the head, sort of weirdly. I do plan on getting foam heads for all of these guys, but you know, I buy more masks than I have room for, so this is a problem I have. Last but definitely not least, we have the Trick or Treat Studios Halloween Ends mask. I used to have a Kills and I used to have a 2018. I do plan on picking up copies of those and rehauling them if I need to. Obviously, Halloween Ends gets a bit of a nasty reputation nowadays. Well, back then, people hated on it. I like Halloween Ends. Here's my controversial hot take. It's actually my third favorite Halloween movie. So if you want to send death threats to my mother and all, leave that in the comments below. But I'm a huge defender of Halloween Ends. And like that, we took a look at every single Michael Myers mask that I own. This collection is always expanding, and of course, in the case of some, they're being removed, being replaced by future masks. So if I ever have more, like even more to show off, I'll do an updated video. But for now, looks like that's about it. So, do you own any Michael Myers masks? Do you have a good collection? Comment below, make your own video. Let's start a little thing going.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, support us by liking, comment, and subscribing. Also, check us out on Instagram at Piss Goalie Productions. I now bid you a farewell.